following is the views of Max and JC. They're not experts in any way, but if you don't like their podcast, you don't like their views, don't listen.
All right. Brother Lowdown 7.0.
Breaking news.
I don't know if it's breaking news. Came out in 2011, they said, but for some reason it's in the article today on the Daily News that Sesame Street is introducing the first homeless puppet. It says Sesame Street announced that Wednesday the beloved children's show will tackle the topic of homelessness. I don't know why they're tackling the topic. It's been around for quite some time.
Well,
if anybody's seen Charlie Chaplin movies, we know that the tramp was a homeless guy, and I don't know why we waited so long to tackle the subject.
What? How's that got to do with any puppets?
It's not, but it's homelessness.
Well,
They're tackling homelessness.
Lady and the Tramp dog was homeless.
I think this homelessness has been
garbage
around for quite some time.
Yes. Wait a minute. Go back to what you said earlier when before we got online with this. You discussed that all the puppets were pretty much homeless.
Pretty much.
Sesame Street.
Yeah. Everybody, yes. I don't know why all of a sudden they have to, I'm going to call it a stereotype one of the puppets.
What color is the puppet?
It's pink. So it's a girl puppet.
Neutral. Oh, it's a girl. How do you know it's a girl puppet?
Because it says right here, pink-felted 7-year-old Lily was introduced
feminist
to help viewers understand hunger and food insecurity.
So it's a feminist puppet. It's insecure.
What is the hell's food insecurity? Like she's embarrassed to eat food?
Is she a fat puppet?
Nope.
Wait a minute. This puppet can't have a food insecurity if it's homeless.
I don't know what the hell that even means.
If you're homeless, anything you get to eat is delicious. Someone hands you half a stick of gum. You're like, this is good. And anything you get can be great. So all of a sudden, you're homeless, you're starving, and you have an insecurity problem about food.
Don't you think that most of the puppets are homeless? We were discussing the Grouch, or Oscar.
Oscar lives in a trash can.
He's pretty much homeless right there.
He is homeless.
Just because he's got a trash can.
Yeah.
Homeless people have boxes and little tents or whatever. They're not homeless then if that's the category of a home.
Did you ever wonder why homeless people have so much shit? They like walk around with 4 shopping carts full of stuff. And I'm like, what do you got? What is in those bags? Because I don't have that much stuff. And if I was homeless, they're like a homeless hoarder. That's what they are.
They're homeless hoarder?
They're homeless hoarders. So they probably have like different cups and different forks and knives and just weird stuff. So it's basically like a giant junk drawer in a shopping cart.
Yeah. That's pretty much what it is.
Anyways, we better not throw it away. We're gonna need that later.
We also discussed Big Bird was pretty much he's homeless. He lives in an alley, pretty much behind Sesame Street,
yes.
And he sleeps in a nest on a package of like pallets.
Exactly.
He doesn't have a home.
No, and he's always really nice.
Yeah, and Snuffleupagus, we don't even know where the hell he lives. He just wanders in.
We don't even know what he is.
He's a hairy elephant.
He's a mammoth, right?
Yeah, that's extinct.
Yeah.
We should tackle extinction.
He has no family.
We actually should tackle extinction. That's true.
Yeah, they're probably going to have an extinct puppet, and it'll just be...
it'll be a Snuffleupagus.
It'll be... So, if they have a homeless puppet, then they have to have...
I told you they have to have a single dad puppet.
Yes, the little puppet's angry all the time, and he's broke.
Or not single dad, recently divorced dad, single mom puppet.
Oh, single mom puppet would just be complaining to everybody about how much the single dad sucks.
Yeah.
And then the single dad puppet would be over there bitching about how much the single mom's taking all his money.
And then can't see his kids. And then when he shows up on the stoop on Sesame Street, it'll be a really uncomfortable situation because they'll start fighting and the kids will cry. And then someone will have to take care of the kids while they go and handle their business.
Yeah.
And then the kids then they have this like decision who they're going to go.
This
then
is
then they have CPS puppet. He shows up out of nowhere. And then they have on the court puppet. Yeah. And there's judge puppet.
Corrupt cop puppets.
Corrupt cops.
They just come up and they plant, drugs on the single dad puppet because he's got a crush on the single mom.
They're going to plant him on Cookie Monster because he's already a stereotype because he eats cookies all the time, and that's it.
Yep. So that's the thing,
like
too.
Dave Chappelle said, he looks like he's on crack because he eats cookies all the time.
Yeah. Matter of fact, you say that. I don't think I've ever seen Big Bird eating.
No, Big Bird eats his bird seed.
Well, how does he afford that bird seed?
See, he again, they all live on Sesame Street. They don't live on 304th West Block Sesame Street.
Yeah.
They all live on the street. So the homeless part is they are all homeless. They all wander the street looking for food, looking for alphabets, looking for some kind of issue to help with. They're just hanging out on the street.
And you know what? They're performers like street people. They sing, they dance.
Yeah, that's pretty much true.
But, I started thinking about it, and those puppets have got a lot of problems for just being puppets.
They do?
They do. They have issues. Think about it.
I'm thinking.
On Sesame Street, there was like the little puppet be crying, and the whole little village would rally around them.
And they're always on the street.
They're always on the street.
So, again, I'm going to go back to this story of this puppet. So her name's Lily. They brought her in 2011, but she's brought in now. This is 2011. So this is 7 years later. The Sesame Street writers said, you know what? We need to think about some other things here. We can involve Lily. So Lily's going to come on and teach viewers how to explore how she learns how to cope with her family losing their home. And she's going to how she's been forced to stay with friends on Sesame Street. Now I want to know where she's staying. She's staying in Oscar's garbage can?
No way. Oscar's a one-can man.
Yeah,
he's like,
he doesn't have any
no
room
for you here.
You already see he's already filling out that can. He's not going to be able to slide anybody else in.
So what's going to happen is they're going to have the corrupt bank puppets who come and take the house. Right?
I just want to know. I want to know what situation they lost their house.
Oh, it's probably going to be something like a hurricane. Like the rest of the morons who live in trailers who buy a lot in Hurricane Alley, and then they're always surprised that a hurricane comes through, and then you see them on the news always saying the same shit. It just came out of nowhere. It took my whole house, and now we're left with nothing. Well, you did build a home in Hurricane Alley.
You did build a home when there's a hurricane.
We thought it was just a slogan.
Well, they didn't actually build it. They just pulled it up.
Yeah.
Pulled it up there, dropped it, and it took off.
So basically, this homeless puppet is going to be on Puppet Access. And she's going to go. So what are they going to do?
Basically, she's going to go to the vet. She's going to go to that one general store.
Yeah.
And she's going to be like hanging around by the vegetables and fruit. And then all of a sudden, you just see her running with an apple, and he's going to be like, hey, you stupid. And he's going to chase her. And then they're going to like, let the puppet have the food. She's homeless. And where's her mom and dad? They lost their home. They just disappeared?
Yeah. They just said they sold her to Sesame Street writers.
I'm going to be honest with you. I didn't know Sesame Street was still going on. I think it's going to be going on forever. So anyways, they're saying that...
Isn't that where Morgan Freeman came from?
I don't know.
Yeah, he came from one of those. Electric Company or Sesame Street.
Might have been Electric Company. I don't think Morgan Freeman even wants you to talk about that. If you haven't heard this, I don't think he wants you to refer to the Electric Company.
That guy's got 100 moles on his face. You think anything else you want to talk about is going to affect him?
I think he...
his whole life, people are like, what's on your face? All these moles.
It's going to be from the Electric Company.
I'm going to be a famous actor, and you're going to be sorry.
I'm going to star in the Muppet Murder movie they're going to have.
Morgan Freeman. I'll talk about him. You talk about the other homeless characters.
They're all homeless, in my opinion. Everybody, even Kermit. There's no pond around there. Where the hell's Kermit living? This would be a
Kermit still on Sesame Street? I think he stepped up and got his own series.
This would be a funny thing to do. They should do like a MTV Cribs, so we know exactly where all these Muppets live on Sesame Street, so we can feel better about this homeless Muppet.
That would be funny, dude.
Like, where's Kermit live?
To have a whole what do you call it?
Like MTV Cribs.
Yeah, but with the Muppets.
Right. They follow them around, find out where they live.
Yep.
So
Morgan
anyways,
Freeman was on the electric company.
That's totally different.
Yeah,
The only thing I remember about the electric company is Spider-Man.
Yeah, Spider-Man was off electric company. Oh, look at him. He's all young, hip. He's doing a little DJ action. Look at that fro.
Well, that's not stereotyping.
No, but yeah.
You know what's next on the Muppets? It's going to be
Immigrant
I don't know
worker
exactly. Immigrant Muppet.
Immigrant worker puppet.
You know that's going to be real quick because they're going to come in and then they're going to take them out.
Yeah.
But they're gonna have I don't know. I neutrally gender identified puppet is what it's going to be.
You know what it's going to be called? It's not going to be called a puppet. It's going to be called an object. What do you call it? Yeah, Reggie. Jerk.
It's going to be called. I don't know what I identify.
What
puppet.
would you call a puppet? It's not called a puppet. They're going to call it a.
I don't identify as a puppet.
Yeah, so it'd just be called a sock.
Sock or cloth.
A cloth. See,
They'll just call him they'll call the puppet by its name. Pat. Could be a boy. Could be a girl.
Yeah, I remember that. Hey, you know, what'd be funny is if the neutral gender or whatever it's called puppet, the puppeteer would have to be the same person.
What do you mean?
The puppeteer would have to be one of those like, oh, my name is Robbie, but I'm really Rhonda. And I can relate to this puppet, and I'm going to speak my pain through this puppet. Right?
Huh.
Yeah.
That's what it's going to be one of those puppeteers where they're moving their mouth while moving the mouth of the puppet, and you're like, dude, I can totally see you moving your mouth. It's because me and the puppet are the same.
Yes.
I'm venting through the puppet. It's the only way I can vent my true feelings.
I would love to see that. That'd be so funny. Like Oscar be like, so what are you, a boy or girl? Stop stereotyping me.
Yeah.
What are you? And he's like, I'm just a green monster.
Angry.
Yeah,
monster.
see, the monsters, they don't have a stereotyping.
Nope. But anyways, so they're saying that now they quote, everyone else is going home. And well, I miss our apartment, she says. And now we don't have our own place to live.
She had an
So she had an apartment
So she
on
never had a
Sesame
home.
Street. So she had some dough though. And sometimes I wonder if
in-house.
we'll ever have our own home again. Well, I want to know how long you did not have an apartment, because a lot of college kids probably relate to you, and they're not calling themselves homeless. And again, if you're staying with friends, I want to know what friends can book. I mean, you going to sleep in Big Bird's nest? Is that
Yeah.
where we're going to go? Kermit's lily pad?
Their dad, her dad, they lived in a penthouse on Sesame Street, and then he was in a Ponzi scheme, and they lost everything, and their parents went to prison for stealing all the other puppets' money.
Well, that's what it sounds like here, because they said Sesame Street's launching this because of the offering help to the growing number of young children across the United States who are experiencing homelessness because their parents just can't manage their money.
If they're homeless, they don't have a TV, so how are they going to watch it?
That's right. She's a star. She's
Yeah,
actually
she's paid.
an actress.
Yeah. She's not really homeless, because at the end of the night, when they close the studio down, she has a place.
They're going to
live.
hang her up on a coat
Yeah,
hanger and put her in
exactly.
the closet.
It'd be funny if they threw her outside, and the next morning they pick her up.
She's actually homeless for real.
Yeah.
The puppeteer just throws her on the ground.
This is a dumb idea, because kids are way too smart, and they're going to be asking all these questions. How's a puppet homeless?
Well, it's supposed to relate to kids as an actuality that they're relating to this being. But anyways, the goal is to convey what homelessness is like for a child's perspective, and will feature Lily, the learning importance of talking about her feelings and discussing the concepts of what home truly means. Well, what does home truly mean to a homeless person?
Exactly.
What does it mean? It means I got a place to live. So we sum that up in one episode. I think we're done with it. I don't think she has to convey this too much. And what are the kids going to be saying as they're sitting with their iPhone and they're watching Sesame Street? They're like, geez, I feel sorry for this homeless Lily. Why don't someone help her on Sesame Street, you pieces of shit?
Exactly. And here's the funny part, too. Is it they're gonna what are they show an episode of her eating out of trash cans while one of their main characters lives in a trash can?
Yeah, and is that a problem? 'Cause
Yeah,
Oscar
he
lives
loves
in
it.
Yeah.
He loves it.
Is that going to be an issue?
He's like Oscar's like 40 years, 50 years old, and he looks the same. He's healthy.